You cannot manage others if you cannot manage yourself. For the executive, the ultimate knowledge worker, this means managing your own effectiveness and adopting a few specific practices.
First, focus on what needs doing. Often this may differ from what you want to do. Tend to only 1 or 2 tasks at any given time. Delegate the others.
Make sure your actions benefit your organization. Are you doing the best thing for your enterprise? The organization is what counts, not the owners, the stock price, the employees, or the executives.
Create an action plan. Knowledge, wisdom, and expertise are useless without action. However, action without a plan is counterproductive. Your action plan represents your intentions, not your commitments. Be ready to change if circumstances warrant it. Periodically check your plan to ensure that it is still working correctly.
Assume responsibility for your actions. Make sure those who report to you directly know the action plan and all its important particulars, including deadlines. Determine who will carry it out, who it affects, and who must be informed and updated about the plan.
Communicate your plan to others. This includes your subordinates and superiors.
Seek opportunities. See change as something to exploit, not as a threat. Never let problems block opportunities.
Make your meetings productive. Meetings are either very useful or giant time wasters. No in-between exists. Having fruitful meetings requires self-discipline. End them as soon as you accomplish your objectives.
And finally, orient your thinking to we, not I. What is important to you isn't really relevant. What matters most is what is valuable for the organization.
Executives can be brilliant, imaginative, and informed, and yet still ineffective. Effective executives are systematic. They work hard in the right areas, and their results define them. They are knowledge workers who help the organization achieve its goals. They look beyond mere management tasks and try to perceive important trends that will affect their organizations. Unfortunately, executives' positions of authority actually conspire against their personal effectiveness due to several factors, such as time constraints, organizational silos, and insularity. This means that as they advance within organizations, many executives lose touch with the outside world. Their effectiveness suffers as they begin to focus more on computer-generated data about operations and less on actual marketplace realities.
All executives face such occupational hazards. Fortunately, you can learn to become more effective despite the obstacles by developing these 5 habits.
First habit, be aware of time constraints. Keep track of your time, manage your time, and consolidate your time. Write down how long each task takes, then use this log as a guide to delegate certain chores and activities. Plan recurring events better to save time. Holding too many meetings is a major time waster. Cut back whenever possible. If you are a senior executive, you are likely to have control over only 1/4 of your own time, maybe less. Determine how much discretionary time you possess, then consolidate it to employ it well. Set this block of time aside to use productively. Don't let anything interfere. Often this requires iron self-discipline, so be it. You cannot achieve sustained results in small chunks of time.
Second habit, ask, what can I contribute? Do you worry too much about your employees' daily activities and not enough about what results they achieve? An effective sales manager is not someone who runs the sales department, but someone who makes sure the company's products get sold. An effective accountant doesn't just balance the books. Instead, he or she supplies the financial information needed to ensure that the company operates profitably. Focus less on your individual effort. Concentrate instead on the real core contributions you can make to the organization.
Third habit, leverage your strengths. Strength is an asset. This is true regarding your strong points, your abilities, expertise, knowledge, and personality, and those of your coworkers. The effective executive always builds on his or her strengths and on others' strengths as well. This starts with staffing decisions. When hiring, do not try to avoid weaknesses. Instead, maximize strengths. Do not ask, will this person work well with me? Rather, focus on the contributions that the person could make to the organization.
Fourth habit, prioritize. Instead of multitasking, work smartly and quickly on one job at a time. This does not mean working in a hurried dither. It means concentrating and working steadily on the task at hand. Involve yourself and your team in productive pursuits. If an activity is unproductive, drop it. This takes courage. Aim high in your goals. Focus on the future. Always allow a margin of work time for the unexpected to occur. It definitely will.
Fifth habit, assess what kind of decisions a particular situation demands. For example, production problems recur continuously, so you can deal with them by using decisions and actions that worked well in the past. However, a massive power failure is a hugely atypical event. Resolving it demands special decision-making, not the application of proven rules. Being able to distinguish generic situations from extraordinary ones is the core of effective executive decision-making.
As an executive and a knowledge worker, you represent a highly valuable, indeed indispensable resource. If you are effective, your organization can be productive and make important contributions to the general good. Purposeful, efficient organizations can serve as useful tools to make life better for all. This is an enlightened and noble purpose. Thus, you are an integral element of the system that moves society forward. Fortunately, any executive can learn to be an even more effective professional. It's a matter of habit.